for taking time out with Premier Sports Officials Association. Sean Johnston here, the Great Plains Athletic Conference Supervisor of Football Officials. We are going to focus on penalty enforcement and coaches challenge this week for our training tape. And the purpose of this training tape is, number one, for coaches watching this in the Great Plains Athletic Conference, the threshold of what we are going to be looking for when it comes to indisputable video evidence. And that way, when you are talking to your assistant coaches and your staff looking at your iPad, is this worth using our one challenge and potentially losing a timeout? Just a reminder, if a coach uses a challenge and wins the challenge, timeout is not charged, and they have one remaining challenge in the game. If they challenge a play and there is no overturn on the play for the challenge, that team no longer has any challenges remaining in the game, and that team will be charged a timeout. Before we get into the challenges, this is a unique penalty enforcement on a punt. So we are going to have two fouls on this play, one by either team. The first one is illegal formation, and the second one is going to be an illegal block. We're going to see here the line of scrimmage, these linemen, this is just too far off of the ball, even for a warning. All three players are 2 yards, and there is no helmet touching the waistline of the snapper. So this would be a foul, and the team, if a warning has not been given, will still have that warning to be given in the game. Now that we have a punt, we have a change of team possession right now, and we're going to have an illegal block right here, and we'll call it the 26-yard line. And that springs this ball carrier to advance the ball eventually to a touchdown scoring play. So now we're going to take a look at the end zone view of this illegal block. So two potential illegal blocks. We have illegal blindside block. So the judgment here needs to be, is this a punishing action? Blindside block is legal, but if it's beyond what is necessary, if it's attacking and punishing, that's when it becomes a personal foul. And then we have block in the back. Block in the back is a 10-yard foul. Blindside block is a 15-yard foul. The foul takes place at the 26-yard line. All right, so 26 to the 16 for illegal block in the back, 26 to the 13 for the half the distance to the goal for a blindside block. Either one would be supported in this case. All right, so as a judgment and official, sometimes we have to take into consideration the environment of the game. If this has been a totally clean game, there has been no personal fouls or frustration, we could support an illegal block in the back. If it's a contested game, a lot of emotions, and things are on the brink, we can make this a personal foul, illegal blindside block, to really set the tone or line in the sand of, we got to keep players doing football acts, not punishing and attacking. Either way, a foul will be supported, either for a blindside block or a block in the back. Now going back to the sideline angle. The receiving team has the choice to offset these fouls and redo fourth down, or they can decline the illegal formation, retain possession of the football, and enforce the illegal block from the 26-yard line. So officials, when you have multiple fouls, especially on a change of possession, make sure the referee has all the information. Who fouled, when they fouled, where they fouled. Change of team possession. The team last in possession got it with clean hands. They can decline their foul to accept to retain possession of the football. This now takes us to the training tape coaches challenge. Coaches, what we are looking for as officials is indisputable video evidence. Another way to put this, we are looking for egregious officiating errors. All right, so this play is a fumble, no fumble play. This was challenged by the offense. Ruling on the field was a fumble recovered by the defense. This sideline view gives no information to the referee or the scribe viewing the video. Let's go to the end zone view to see if this view gives the referee and scribe more information. So, is the knee down? Is the knee not down? That could be the first body part down. And we see the defender here blocking the knee. This is not indisputable video evidence to call this body part down. All right. The other thing that now needs to take into consideration, the defense initiated contact on the ball carrier. So this is where potentially the ball can start to become loose. If we were to zoom in here on an iPad, the farther officials zoom in, the more blurry it comes. So at this point, the ruling on the field was the ball carrier fumbled the ball. We need indisputable video evidence of full control of the football while a body part is down. This frame does not give us that. As we continue, we now have the back of the hand touching the ground. But the back of the hand, that's a body part that does not make the ball dead by rule. Hand and wrist is not a body part that's going to make the ball dead by rule. So the ball now still remains live. We don't have a look at the knee yet, and the hand is live. Now we have the elbow touching the ground. This is the first indisputable video evidence that a body part is down touching the ground. We have zero look at the ball. So again, maybe, probably, could have is not indisputable video evidence. The next time we see the ball is right here loose, and it's clearly not in control of the ball carrier. So now the officials are going to keep on watching this because it is near the sideline. We are now going to see, is there clear recovery by the defense while in bounds? And as this play goes, we have clear recovery and no player on the defense was touching the football while touching out of bounds. So the final result of this challenge, clear recovery, since there's no indisputable video evidence. The defense did not touch the ball while touching out of bounds. We don't have clear video of when the ball was loose. We don't have clear video of what body part was down first. If this was called down by rule instead of a fumble, the video challenge review result would be exactly the same. Upheld. It has to be egregious, clear, indisputable video evidence that the ruling on the field was incorrect. Next play from a coach's challenge, catch, no catch. And this is in the end zone, a scoring play. So pass over the middle. We have zero look at the football. Let it continue. Now we see the football. We see the ruling on the field is an incomplete catch. So now let's go to the end zone view to see if there's any indisputable video evidence on these two views to show anything different. Possession by a falling receiver. Now this falling receiver must maintain control through the entire process. So now when we say the entire process in challenge, officials, we need to see the football through this entire process. And as we go, we lose the football. At this point, we have no indisputable video evidence if the ball is still controlled or if it's being pinned on the ground or not. Without seeing the football throughout the whole process, this call will be upheld on the field. Once again, this is a 50-50 tight call. If this official called this a touchdown, the ruling on the field would be upheld as a catch. We need indisputable video evidence to overturn this call. Next play, catch, no catch, touchdown on the sideline portion of the field. Pass is thrown. We have possession of the ball. Now we need one body part inbounds and maintain control of the catch. On this sideline view, no indisputable video evidence of is that foot touching out of bounds or is that entire foot touching inbounds. Once again, we zoom in on this with the quality of film. It is blurry and everything comes together and it's all one color. Rule note, since this receiver remained upright, they no longer have to survive the ground. They now just have to control the ball until a common act of the game. Them moving the football from one hand to the other hand, stopping their momentum, turning around, lifting their hands like a touchdown would be a common act to the game. So now we're going to go to the end zone view and see what the video shows from this angle. We got possession of the football. This is the moment where that right foot, again, we cannot tell, is that toe touching the white? Is it not touching the white? We can't see any space between and or we can't see the foot on the white. So no matter what the official called on the field, this official called touchdown. If this official called incomplete pass, it would still be upheld. There is no indisputable video evidence on 100% catch, 100% incomplete. The officials on the field, they have the best look. They have the angles. They don't have the blurry vision when you blow up, the zoom in on the camera. This is not an egregious error, just another 50-50 tight call. The last challenge that we're going to go over from last week's games, we have a coach's challenge line to gain. So the line to gain here is the 28-yard line. It's 4th down and 5. As the ball carrier runs the ball, this is the moment that we have indisputable video evidence that the ball carrier is down, the elbow is down. At this moment, we can't even see the football. When the football and ball carrier is tackled in this side zone, and what we mean by side zone, it's the zone between lines. So this would be a side zone, this would be a side zone, this would be a side zone. It's away from the hash marks, it's away from the sideline. It's going to be very difficult to have indisputable video evidence from the 50-yard press box because, as we've said in previous training tapes, the farther away we are from the 50-yard line, the more skewed the angles and perception is of where that football is. So for this to be overturned, we would need that football a full yard beyond the line of gain or near a white line mark with indisputable video evidence. So this is a 50-50 tight call, and we're going to see this official coming in. He knows it's 4th down. He knows where the line to gain was, and he is stopping the clock because his ruling on the field was the ball did not achieve the line to gain. A side note on this type of challenge, coaches, if you challenge the line to gain and the call on the field is not reversed, overturned, but the ball is moved, but the result is still short, you are still charged a challenged, and you still are charged a timeout. When you challenge a line to gain judgment, even though the ball can move, if it doesn't change the result of the play to a first down or short of a first down, just the ball movement is not a successful challenge. We're going to take a play from another conference to show an egregious error and what we would encourage coaches to challenge, and to show referees and scribes what is needed to show indisputable video evidence to overturn a call on the field. So on this game, there was a intentional grounding, potentially. There is a tackle by the ball carrier in the end zone, potentially. But the ruling on the field was an incomplete forward pass. As this play goes, we have the defender grasping the ball carrier in the end zone. The referee is ruling forward pass, and the result of the forward pass was incomplete. That was the ruling on the field. The defensive coach at this point calls timeout, asks the referee, is this play reviewable? Yes, it's a scoring play. So now the coach throws the red flag, and we make the stating announcement. The ruling on the field was an incomplete forward pass. Defense is calling a timeout to challenge the ruling on the field. As we go to the end zone angle here, we are looking for indisputable video evidence of the quarterback in control of the football with a body part down, and we have it. We not only have the football in this view, we have the body part down in bounds, viewable in this look. The only thing not seen in this look is where is the football at this moment, and our video is synced up so referees could go back and forth. So at the moment they stop it with his knee down in control, we now can come to this angle, and this is indisputable video evidence. The ball is behind his left knee. This is an egregious error on video, and it is overturned. So the ruling on the field now is a safety. So the purpose of going over coach's challenge, number one, quality of video is utmost important. Number two, the angles given to the official will affect the threshold of how much they can change a call based on the skew of the angles. And third, probably what coaches remind your staff that you need to see the ball majority of the play for a challenge to be overturned. If there is 0.01% doubt of maybe, I think, probably, the officials are told to uphold the ruling on the field. I hope this training tape gives more clarity of what the reference and term means with indisputable video evidence, and gives better direction to the coaching staffs when they see the clip available to them. Is it worth the one coach's challenge? Is all the information there to show that the officials on the field made an egregious error? And if not, save that challenge for the egregious error in the game. Thank you for taking time out with PSOA. Sean Johnston here signing off. Officials, remember, you're only as good as your last call.